My dear brothers and sisters, Happy Easter. Today the church celebrates the most significant day ever, Easter Sunday, when Jesus rose from the dead, giving hope to all humanity. While death is inevitable, Easter assures us that, like Jesus, we too will live beyond death. All four Gospels, despite differing details, agree that Jesus' tomb was found empty, his body not within, and Mary Magdalene witnessed the risen Christ on that first Easter morning. Mary Magdalene, the first to see the risen Christ, thus became the first to proclaim him, earning her the title Apostle to the Apostles. On this Easter day, let us rejoice in the story of Jesus' triumph over death. Through his resurrection, we are invited to die with Christ so that we may rise with him. Jesus rose with a transformed body capable of extraordinary things. In other words, Jesus is raised to a bodily existence. He has a different body, one that can pass through doors, be touched and felt, and eat fish. He even cooks breakfast by the shore of the lake. The risen Lord was not a disembodied spirit, but a real body with whom the disciples could eat and drink. Jesus' resurrection assures us that we too will rise if we believe in him. The Greek philosopher Plato taught that the human person was both body and soul. But Plato argued that the soul was immortal, existing before the body and continuing to exist after the body is gone. He also likened the body to a prison, but at death the soul is finally set free from its bodily prison. Contrary to the teachings of Plato, who saw the body as a prison for the immortal soul, Christianity proclaims not only the resurrection of the soul, but the resurrection of the body as well. At the resurrection we shall rise with a body. When we recite the Apostles' Creed, it makes explicit reference to the resurrection of the body. Here we express our belief that we, like Jesus, will bodily rise from the dead. As we have seen, the risen body of Jesus is different but real. But what about us? What kind of body will we have at the resurrection of the dead? That's precisely the question that the Corinthians asked to Paul. How are dead people raised, and with what sort of body do they come? Paul uses the image of sowing a seed. The body that dies is like a grain of wheat that is sown. There is no way that you can tell from looking at a grain of wheat what the harvest will be like. So, Paul says, what is sown is perishable, but what is raised is imperishable. What is sown is a physical body, and what is raised is a spiritual body. The contrast is between our present body, which is corruptible, decaying, and doomed to die, and our future body, which shall be incorruptible, imperishable, and never to die again. What St. Paul would say is that our present perishable body is only a shadow of our future self. The book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible, speaks of a new heaven and a new earth. He will wipe away all tears from their eyes. There will be no more death and no more mourning or sadness or pain. The world of the past has gone. Then the one sitting on the throne spoke, "Look, I am making the whole creation new." This means we too shall be made new at the resurrection. Dear brothers and sisters, we trust in our risen Lord. If on this day you are experiencing an hour of darkness, a difficulty, a challenge, a problem, the risen Lord is telling you, do not be afraid. It is always possible to begin anew. Your tears will be dried. Your fears will be replaced by hope. For the Lord always goes ahead of you. He always walks before you. And with Him, life always begins anew. May the resurrection of our Lord fill us with hope and joy, inspiring us to live as witnesses of His victory over death. Have a blessed and happy Easter.